Hi there. I'm Dr. Mary Travelbest, a world traveler, traveling solo for over 50 years, and I'm coming to you after a recent trip to Asia. I visited Taiwan and South Korea for 10 days, and I'm here to share my best travel ideas and work on solo travel. I'm about to launch on a 90-day trip around the world. Yes, solo again, with the aim of world peace through cultural exchange. First, I want to talk about a listener who recently retired as a dental hygienist. So we're going to spotlight Cathy. She's been a big supporter of this podcast. She's traveling to Wisconsin to see her family and attend reunions, and she's enjoying her retirement by playing Marjan. She recently sold her house and moved back into a condo she bought before getting married decades ago. Her contractor husband fixed it up to her specs before they moved in, and she's so happy. She'll be traveling a lot more soon. And now for a quick fire FAQ. How can I find the right foods for me when I travel? I'm gluten-free, and I have a hard time with the right foods. So here's the answer. If you can use trusted gluten-free apps, but don't trust them completely, you can find my gluten-free options here. There's a GF scanner, Yuka, and there's Happy Cow. You can check these out. Find My Gluten-Free is a restaurant review site for gluten-free diners, primarily focused in the US, but with some unreliable data. So the second is a scanner for reading labels with gluten information, and the third is mostly for vegans and vegetarians, but it's also filters for gluten-free. And these will be in the show notes too. I've got a couple more tips for gluten-free travel. For example, celiac travel. Bring printed translation cards, book accommodations with kitchens or fridges, shop local. Be wary of street food, buffets, and gluten-friendly menus. They're not medically safe. Bring a stash of protein bars, GF crackers, or instant oats. Use Facebook and Reddit gluten-free travel groups. And check airline and airport dining in advance. And the last thing is to red flag countries' awareness or labeling laws. Okay, so I'm going to talk about a destination. This is a deep dive into the Amtrak Coastal Sampler. I'm going to take you from San Luis Obispo to San Diego. Are you ready for train travel? Have you thought about Amtrak? I took one of my very best train trips on July 4th. I started in San Luis Obispo, also known as SLO to the locals, and I was the only passenger in first class. The train picked me up around 5 p.m. I was greeted happily by the porter, who brought me snacks and drinks. The entire night was like a dream. I was able to see the fireworks in hundreds of cities along the path to San Diego. I did have to transfer trains in Los Angeles, but even then, I could see a lot of fireworks while I was waiting. This was a treat. I could see them right from the station. I was the only one in the car until we got close to San Diego, which was about a 5-hour trip. Now, what was there to do in SLO? Well, the beauty of the area basically took my breath away, and it will yours. Your taste buds will be treated to a variety of wonderful tastes, lots of choices. Your thirst will be quenched. Fresh wine and beers from the local wineries and breweries, and the weather is almost always great there. Now I want to talk about a slip-up and a smart move. One thing I've messed up on is not downloading the e-ticket before I reached the poor Wi-Fi zones on the train. But the fix is easy. Just download and take a screenshot of the ticket when you're preparing for the trip with a good Wi-Fi connection. And to practice, you could test out your local commuter train and take a ride this weekend. Have you been on a train lately? You could practice. Buy the ticket on your phone, board the train, and see what happens. That's practice for you. So that's what I call a confidence challenge. So now, how about resources? What are you looking for? If you want tips on travel, if you want to be able to learn how to navigate the pitfalls, you can check out my book, The 5 Steps to Solo Travel. I've got part A, I've got an audiobook, and part B. And there's also plenty of other books that other authors have written for solo travel. So be sure you get educated. You can travel solo and never be alone. Dr. Travelbest. Thanks for listening. Be sure to send me your travel stories and questions, and listen for the next episode next week. And the 320 plus episodes are waiting for you to get going.